Next, dopamine. As I said in part 2, part of the reason gaming can be so addictive is because the developers understand how to link your brain's dopamine centers to action reward cycles within their games. However, it's entirely possible to create those kinds of cycles for yourself when it comes to repetitive processes that will benefit you in real life. To do so, let us look at the classic example of Pavlov's dogs. For those unfamiliar with the story, Pavlov was a scientist that trained his dogs by ringing a bell every time he was going to feed them. Eventually, the dogs began associating the bell with food, and would begin to salivate each time the bell was rung, even if there was no food. This concept would later be known as conditioned response, and it is relevant because the human mind can be trained in the same way. For instance, if there's something you hate doing that you know benefits you, start rewarding yourself immediately after you do it, each time. Eventually your mind will form the association between the action and the reward, which will lead you to forming a habit. We already do this with things that feel good, which is why most of us have plenty of bad habits. But in this case, we are using it to our advantage.